Hello everyone. Oh my gosh, so I've just come home from a full day over in central London at Transition Studio doing the last day of my Meisner acting intensive. Just been a series of 4 weeks, 8 hours on a Saturday, final session today. We had celebratory drinks at the pub. And I've just come home and I'm just still processing the whole experience. I think 8 hours exploring different elements of the Meisner technique. There's a lot of unpacking to do. An intensive is a different kind of experience to a longer form training. A longer form training, takes more time, the space in between. In an intensive form, you get a lot of tools thrown at you, and it is just, it kind of feels, I can't find a word for it, but it feels like that, a lot being thrown at you. And, kind of as a teacher, I'm in it with the students at that depth, at that level. And I've just been reading the forms from everybody's experience of the whole thing, and really it has been such a deep dive, and I've taken people through all different levels of the training. One person had no experience in Meisner whatsoever. There's some people that are very experienced, and it's been really interesting to see everybody develop on their own trajectory, even though I've taken through everyone the same exercises. They've done the same exercises, but the approach has been different. I think what I've really learned today is just how wonderful the repetition is, and how incorporating the repetition within a scene, how it's really a way of rehearsing the scene and without blocking it, and it's really a way of going deeper into moments. It's really a way of improvising and exploring moments. There was one couple today, because it's 8 hours, I've got 8 people in my class, we all get to work twice. The first time this couple did it, they really enjoyed it. It was very free, it was very dynamic, and so the pressure came in them to do it the same way again after. There was the anticipation and that had a great response in the audience the first time we did it. And and I think that this is where the Meisner technique is just so useful, like putting your attention, letting go of any expectation, really focusing on your partner, really focusing on what the behavior is right now, what they're doing to you right now, the nuances. We get conditioned to ignore things, filter things out, and I just think it's a wonderful tool, and bringing our attention back to what's right in front of us now. Add the lines on top, different dynamic. Sometimes as an actor we can get into just focusing on the lines and focusing on an objective. It's just for the first moment. Preparation is before you start the scene. You don't bring it onto a scene. And I think from some of the actors who've not been training in the Meisner technique, it can be quite confusing to hear this new language. I don't come and drive the scene, I don't come and play my intention, but there is such a beauty and so much fun for the actors too in just being able to ride with wherever the moment and the scene takes you, expectation free. Talking through the scene and the scene's the scene circumstances and where the characters are coming from, what you want. It's important to have anchor moments, but we have to be able to abandon our head and our ideas if we want to get to a place where our acting is authentic and surprising and free. So those are my main takeaways today. Previous to this session today, we've been mainly working with just the repetition and the improvisational elements. So today was the first time I introduced writer's words using all of the technique. And it set us up for the next intensive, which is Scenework. The actors have the tools now to really, really play. So actors watching this who are really interested in exploring scene work with the Meisner technique and looking at repetition. Maybe you have done some training before, maybe you've done an introduction or a foundation in Meisner and you want to see how the repetition applies to scene work. You're interested in exploring relationship work, elements of character. Just get in touch. I'll put an email at the end of this, and come and join my next intensive. It starts on the 25th of February, and good night. I'm gonna go to bed now and have a long sleep.